Hello and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. And today I'm very excited to bring you Poetic's neon case for the Galaxy A53. Let's take a look at it. In case it's your first time to the channel, welcome, and let me introduce you to Poetic, a company that doesn't spend money on frivolous things such as advertisements or glossy pictures. They instead spend their money putting research and development back into their product. They spend their money designing a higher quality product instead of padding the bonus of whoever owns the company. And you can currently find this case on Poetic's website for only $18.95, with your choice of 3 other colors also being available as well. Now, what I like about these Poetic cases is that they are thick, they are heavy, yet they are lightweight, and they also keep your phone very well protected. Now, that is achieved through a 2-part construction, 3-2 material construction. Poetic goes ahead and they use a polycarbonate shell on the outside that is meant to be cut and abrasion resistant. That way, in case anything sharp comes at your phone, such as a rock, a knife, a blade, again, anything sharp or abrasive, this is going to go ahead and keep your phone very, very nicely protected against, again, cuts or stuff like that. And then now the inner part of this is made out of a thermoplastic polyurethane that is a much softer compound that is meant to be impact resistant, so that your phone is very nicely cushioned and it's not rattling around in case it happens to be dropped or in case something violent happens to it. Okay, now both of these together are able to achieve, again, the best of both worlds and are able to provide both abrasion and impact resistant, something that wouldn't be achieved through one construction or through a single material construction alone. As if this were made out of all polycarbonate, it'd be way too stiff and it'd be way too hard, and meanwhile it'd offer great scratch and abrasion resistant, it wouldn't offer very much in the terms of cushioning or keeping your phone safe. Now, if this were made out of all thermoplastic polyurethane, it'd be way too soft to hold up to something like a rock or a blade or something sharp, and meanwhile it would keep your phone nice and cushioned, it wouldn't do much for in terms of abrasion or cut resistance. Now let's go ahead and slip our phone in here and take a look at it. Okay, now once our case is very nicely in there, we can see that Poetic has thought of everything, and they have left a very nice cutout at the very top to make room for our earpiece. It wasn't an afterthought, it was nicely made and it was tailor-made for it. Now, if we look over on the right side of the case, something that concerns me, that drives me up the wall when it comes to having a very sturdy case, is that the buttons will often be left hard to press. It almost feels like the phone is incapacitated. It feels darn near impossible to press volume up, volume down, as well as power. However, that's not the case with Poetic cases. Poetic do their best and they go out of their way to make sure that, again, your phone still remains functional and that the keys are not inhibited in any way, shape, or form. Now, we continue going over to the bottom of the case. We're going to see another very nice cutout for our speaker grill, one more cutout for our Type-C port, as well as a nice little cutout for our pinhole microphone. It wasn't an afterthought, it was very nicely thought of. Now, on that token, we can go ahead and see at the very top of the case, we can see one more cutout for another pinhole microphone. Again, they weren't afterthoughts, they were thought of, and it's nice. It's nice whenever they pay attention to little things like that. Now, if we look over on the back of the case, we can see a very aggressive 2mm bump all around our cameras. We're going to keep our camera lenses very nicely protected. And again, go ahead and let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on cases like this? Would you grab something like this? Again, this comes around $19. If you find other companies that are similarly minded as Poetic, let me know in the comments. I would love to find other companies that are budget conscious, that do a great job of offering a great product while not compromising on materials. Because again, you can find cheap cases a dime a dozen, but then the quality subpar, the build isn't the best. It's just not a very good experience. Leave it in the comments so that I too can share with you those hidden gems that you have with a budget lineup and with budget cases. And as always, thanks for watching.